One critical factor in Russia's recent battlefield successes in Ukraine is its extensive use of glide bombs. Every week, hundreds of these large, deadly weapons rain down on Ukraine, creating 20-meter-wide craters and obliterating military positions and entire settlements. Russia has heavily relied on glide bombs in its new offensive on Kharkiv Oblast, clearing the way for ground troops. Since May 10th, Russian forces have captured several villages near the border and entered the town of Vovchansk. Despite their simplicity and low cost, glide bombs have become one of Russia's most effective weapons during the full-scale war, previously contributing to the fall of the strategic city of Avdiivka in February, Russia's first major gain in 9 months. Experts warn that these bombs could pose an even greater threat to Ukraine, which currently has little defense against them, as Russia is expected to continue its mass deployment of glide bombs to support further offensive operations. What is a glide bomb? A glide bomb is a standard air-dropped bomb modified to be launched from a distance rather than directly over the target. Glide bombs date back to World War II, with the German Fritz X bomb being the first model. The U.S. later developed and used several types of glide bombs in conflicts in Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Russia mainly uses Soviet-era FAB-family bombs upgraded with a unified gliding and correction module, which includes wings that flip out as the weapon is released by the aircraft and a satellite navigation system. Converting a dumb bomb, an unguided one, into a smart one costs just around $20,000, making it a much cheaper alternative to cruise and ballistic missiles that cost millions of dollars to produce. The range of these weapons greatly varies based on their weight, the altitude and speed of the releasing aircraft, but is generally considered not to exceed 50-60 kilometers, according to Federico Borsari, Leonardo Fellow with the Transatlantic Defense and Security Program at the Center for European Policy Analysis. This range allows Russian jets to stay out of reach of those Ukrainian air defense systems typically deployed near the front lines. Russian glide bombs can be extremely heavy. The most powerful glide bomb currently used against Ukraine weighs around 1.5 tons, 3,300 pounds, nicknamed the building destroyer by Russian military bloggers. Moscow has also announced the production of new glide bombs, such as the 3.4-ton FAB-3000 and the Drell, which contains cluster munitions. Ukraine also has glide bombs supplied by Western allies, including the U.S. Joint Direct Attack Munition, JDAM, and ground-launched small-diameter bombs, GLSDB. These are more accurate and sophisticated than their Russian counterparts, but Ukraine's arsenal is much more limited. How does Russia use glide bombs in Ukraine? Russian forces began using glide bombs against Ukraine early last year to compensate for the lack of precision-guided munitions. Given that they have these unguided bombs in huge quantities and can manufacture guidance modules relatively fast, it's an easy way for the Russians to ensure that their firepower doesn't run out. Fabian Hoffman, a doctoral research fellow at the University of Oslo, who specializes in missile technology. In recent months, Russian troops have ramped up their glide bomb attacks, reportedly firing over 100 across the front lines daily. President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Russia had launched a total of 3,200 guided bombs at Ukraine in April alone. Glide bombs are most effective against static targets, including bridges, command posts, bunkers, and weapons depots, Borsari told. Albeit less accurate than missiles, these bombs are very destructive and are used by Russia to destroy Ukrainian fortifications, positions, and infrastructure in order to facilitate the advance of ground forces, mainly infantry assault teams, e.g., Storm Z units, and mechanized groups that typically suffer enormous casualties. Some Ukrainian military members say that the key reason for Russia's swift advances in Kharkiv Oblast is the lack of proper fortifications, for which Kyiv has repeatedly been criticized before. Fortifications would need to be really strong to withstand Russian glide bomb attacks. Glide bombs, are not going to destroy underground bunkers to penetrate several meters of reinforced concrete. But most of the Ukrainian fortifications you see along the front line are probably vulnerable to this type of attack, said Hoffman.